Managing depression effectively requires a multifaceted approach that addresses physical, emotional, and mental health. Let's start with professional help. Depression often requires treatment from mental health professionals to improve quality of life. Therapy options. First, cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, helps identify and challenge negative thought patterns and focuses on practical solutions to improve daily functioning. Then there's interpersonal therapy, or IPT, which addresses relationship challenges contributing to depression. Dialectical behavior therapy, or DBT, is effective for depression linked to emotional dysregulation or trauma. Lastly, psychodynamic therapy explores unresolved past conflicts that may be contributing to depression. Now let's talk about medication. Antidepressants such as SSRIs like sertraline and fluoxetine, and SNRIs like venlafaxine and duloxetine are common first-line treatments. It's important to work with a doctor to find the right medication and dosage, as results can take 4 to 6 weeks. Other options include atypical antidepressants like bupropion or mood stabilizers if SSRIs are not effective. In severe cases, electroconvulsive therapy, or ECT, or transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS, may be considered. When should you seek help? If feelings of sadness, hopelessness, or lack of interest persist for more than 2 weeks, or if you have thoughts of self-harm or suicide, contact a crisis line or emergency services immediately. Building a support system is crucial. Isolation can worsen depression, while social connections offer emotional relief and perspective. Ways to build support. Trusted friends and family can be a great source of support. Share your feelings and let them know how they can help, such as listening or checking in. Support groups, both local and online, can connect you with others who understand what you're going through. Therapeutic allies, like a therapist, can provide tools for navigating tough emotions. How to reach out even when it's hard. Start with small steps like texting or calling someone you trust. Be honest about your needs, but keep it simple. I'm feeling low and could use some support. Your diet affects brain function, mood regulation, and energy levels. Here are some foods to include and avoid. Foods to include: omega-3 fatty acids found in fatty fish, walnuts, and flax seeds support brain health. Whole grains provide a steady release of energy and prevent blood sugar spikes. Leafy greens and vegetables are rich in folate and magnesium, which support mood regulation. Probiotic-rich foods like yogurt, kefir, and fermented foods improve gut health, which is linked to mental health. Vitamin D sources such as eggs, fortified foods, or sunlight exposure support serotonin production. Foods to avoid: processed sugars can cause energy crashes. Caffeine and alcohol can disrupt sleep and mood. Physical activity boosts mood by releasing endorphins and reducing stress hormones. Here are some recommended exercises. Aerobic exercises like walking, jogging, swimming, or cycling for 20 to 30 minutes, 3 to 5 times a week are great. Yoga and stretching improve flexibility and incorporate mindfulness to calm the mind. Strength training enhances physical confidence and mental clarity. Getting started, begin with small, achievable goals like a 10-minute walk. Pair exercise with enjoyable activities like listening to music or podcasts. Poor sleep worsens mood and impairs emotional regulation. So here's how to improve your sleep. How to improve sleep: set a schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same time daily. Create a calming bedtime routine. Read, meditate, or practice relaxation techniques before sleep. Limit screens before bed. Blue light disrupts melatonin production. Avoid stimulants. No caffeine or nicotine within 6 hours of bedtime. For insomnia linked to depression, use cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, CBTI, to reframe anxious thoughts about sleep. Consult a doctor if sleep issues persist. Chronic stress contributes to depression by overloading your mental and emotional capacity. So here are some stress relief techniques. Stress relief techniques. Mindfulness meditation. Focus on the present moment using guided apps like Calm or Insight Timer. Breathing exercises. Try box breathing. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4. Journaling. Write about your thoughts and feelings to process them more effectively. Nature exposure. Spend time in green spaces or take short walks outdoors. Depression often causes a sense of chaos or disorganization. Structure can restore a sense of control. Here are some tips for routine building. Start with small, manageable tasks. Get out of bed, make your bed, eat breakfast. Incorporate self-care activities like hygiene, meals, and light exercise. Prioritize 1 or 2 key tasks per day to avoid overwhelm. Focusing on positives can rewire the brain to reduce negativity. Here's how to practice gratitude. Keep a gratitude journal. Write 3 things you're grateful for each day. Acknowledge small victories like completing daily tasks or reaching out to someone. Constant exposure to negativity can amplify depressive thoughts. Here are some practical tips to limit negative inputs. Set boundaries around news consumption. Limit it to 15 to 30 minutes a day. Unfollow accounts or people that trigger negative feelings. Replace screen time with uplifting activities like listening to music, reading, or engaging in hobbies. Progress with depression often happens gradually. Recognizing improvement builds confidence. Here's how to monitor. Use a mood tracking app like Dailyo to identify patterns and triggers. Reflect weekly on what worked well and where challenges arose. Emergency measures. If you experience thoughts of self-harm or suicide, seek immediate help. Call a crisis hotline like 988 in the US or contact local emergency services. Reach out to someone you trust or visit an emergency room. Would you like help with creating a specific plan, detailed tips on a certain area, or information about resources?